Hey there, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and I'm here to show you a striker build that some of you have caught me using, alright? I don't stream this game actively anymore, but some of you still manage to catch me using stuff. Alright, I want to show you the striker build that I've been enjoying a little secretly, you know? It's a very straightforward build, but although it doesn't seem strong, it actually dishes out quite a bit. Alright, let me show you. Icebreakers comes from the Urska, okay? And you have a recycle cell, cunning cell in here. Now, this build uses a lot of +3s instead of +6s, okay? I'll explain why in a little bit. Titan's Crash will be your special for the staggers. Inertial Fist Guard for your mod. You can also go with Echo Brace Driver. I leave the choice up to you, genuinely. If you don't want to use Inertial Fist Guard, feel free to use Echo Brace Driver. In fact, I'll demonstrate this with Echo Brace Driver, but you can also use Inertial Fist Guard. Like I said, choice is yours. Bond, Brawlers of Boreas, okay? Discipline Omnicell here. Koshai's Bloom with a reuse cell. Sight of Stone Toughness cell. Scraping Jacket Adrenaline cell. Fiery Gauntlets with a Cunning cell. And Volcanic Treads with a Berserker cell. Okay. Skarn. Scrave. Embermane. Gauntlets, okay. And the Charog Legs. Overall, what this build is going to give you is Adrenaline 6 and Cunning 6. Toughness 6 as well. Toughness 6 is for your survival combined with Koshai's Bloom. It also slightly benefits your +3 Tenacious, giving you, with this build, 14% damage bonus base. Okay? Adrenaline combined with Endurance gives you up to 45% damage, but most of the time you're going to get around 30%. Alright, but this build does not use Predator, so you can take hits if you want to. Okay? Just remember that you need to lifesteal the hits back, so be careful with how you use this. Berserker will also give you another 20% damage bonus. So at baseline, okay, usually you'll have Tenacious Berserker. That one is up to 34%. Adrenaline up to another 45%, but let's calculate it as the average of 35 usually. So 35 plus 35, let's just say 70%. And then Recycle goes up to 30%. So you can go up to double damage on this, assuming everything is triggered, okay? This can then be multiplied by 1.8 with your Cunning, because Cunning gives you 10% critical strike chance as well as 30% critical strike damage. Pair that with Discipline, which has 8% critical strike chance, 8% critical damage, although I'm not factoring in the 8% critical damage, right? You have a 1.8 times multiplier base, all right? Technically 1.88 times. So your crits are effectively close to doubling your damage as well. So you're gonna deal essentially, 3 point something times damage whenever you crit, which is pretty damn awesome, assuming that everything is lined up. All right. So does stuff lined up well? Well, let's see and test it in the hunting grounds. Now, normally I would go to hunting grounds that are like the maximum limit, but here I'm just going to say it straight and openly to you guys that what you will want with this type of build is to understand that you should only be fighting 3 to 4 levels above you. The build itself, the game itself, alright, gets harder with creatures becoming stronger in the later levels of the game. And your Slayer Path bonuses and even great builds don't compensate for this, which is why a lot of the so-called meta and endgame builds, they say you need to be sipping Catalyst, because Catalyst can make even an Iceborne build dish out immense damage. Because the increase to attack speed, the increase to Lantern, the increase to damage allows your build a lot of flexibility in terms of, how much you can raise your overall stats. This means that you can put less focus on survival, more focus on offense, things like that. But that's also not really what we do, because we cater to players who may not have a lot of tonics as well to use spare right now. All right, so that's why I like to show builds without tonics, without Catalyst. You can absolutely use that if you want to, but you don't have to. All right, so let's get started. Here is a level 19 Lightbound Koshai. Now the playstyle here is to use Surge as often as possible to keep up the unique effect. The unique effect is that every time you Surge, alright, because you're using the Boreas Bond, you will start to generate frost sprites, which is very important. Those frost sprites will make your life easy because you're gonna up the base damage that you deal. Because they up the base damage that you deal and also help you chill the enemy. Alright? So I'm taking some serious hits here, but that's okay. Like I said, with this build, you can lifesteal it all back. Alright? So just be aware of that, but also you can't just take hits willy-nilly. Because if you take too many hits for no reason, you're gonna die. And your lifesteal only lasts for 10 seconds. So until your lantern is back up, you probably don't want to take too many risks. Alright? That's something else that people need to take into account. With builds like this, you will die if you don't play properly, okay? So again, this is why you don't want to be harvesting too high above your level. If you end up doing that, you're gonna suffer, alright? But assuming that you fight a normal creature, and after this, I'll try and fight something that's more like 3 to 4 levels above you, because it'll be a lot easier to demonstrate how this build is supposed to function under normal circumstances at that point, alright? Because although you can take hits, you really want to avoid that as much as possible, because if you do take too many hits, you're going to end up in a very rough situation. Then you end up having to play roughly flawlessly again in order to survive, alright? So this is not where I want you guys to be at, alright? I want you guys to have a much more comfortable time. And don't forget, because the creatures have higher damage resistance at higher levels of gameplay, even if you want to lifesteal back everything, you know, you're not going to get the best value out of your stuff, okay? So if you just play with average skill level, things aren't going to exactly go great for you. But if you play super seriously, you can definitely take on creatures that are 5, 6 levels above you. But do you really want to? It's not worth the time to kill, as well as it's not worth the XP you get. Ideally, like I said, 3 to 4 levels above you. In fact, what we have here is a Skarn, which is only 2 levels above you. But let me show you the difference in the gameplay when you're fighting closer to the recommended level. Alright? Ideal. Now, I did this back on my Real Asian Robot channel. Alright? But the ideal is to always fight creatures maximum 3 levels above you, because that gives you the best XP versus time to kill ratio. Alright, so 3 levels above you is what all these builds are geared for. And it's why sometimes, like, if you go too high above your level, it's gonna seem ineffective. Alright? But, you know, in actuality, that is where you want to actually be, you know? Now, here's the thing. With this particular build, you want to try and, like I said, surge as often as possible, because that'll give you frost sprites. So when a creature is down, I try to, like, literally surge like so after every special. But it will sort of eliminate your recycle bonus. So what I like to do is after that, I'll quickly build up to 3 recycle again and just go straight for the massive hits. Something like that. Okay? Because although Surge itself won't take away your recycle bonus, chances are you're going to end up at a different part of the Behemoth's body. I almost said kemono. I'm just so used to the word kemono now. So, you just want to be cautious of that. Alright? Because I surge like that, I end up at the head. So usually after the surge, assuming that I've already got the bonus, I want to just end up at a location where I can easily charge it up again. As you can see, the difference is night and day. You fight something 5 levels above you, you're gonna have a bit of that struggle. You fight something just 2 levels above you, it's almost like you're not even trying. You see? So this is why I tell people, even with these builds, no matter how good the guidelines are, you want to stick to about 3 levels above you. Alright? So anyway, ladies and gents, today I stayed inside and played video games. Today I stayed inside and played Dauntless. Thank you very much for enjoying this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This channel is currently not monetized because I'm not a YouTube partner on this channel yet. If you want to support me, you can donate via the tip link in the description of the video, but it's up to you if you want to do that, okay? It's entirely up to you. I don't get paid from the ads on these videos yet. Okay, but try and help me get partnership. We're already at 200 subscribers plus, so I'm really pleased with that. Thank you so much for the support. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Y'all have a good one now.